loco parentis? What the heck? You know, the law uses Latin lots. Loco, sometimes you think, oh, they're loco, it's crazy. But no, loco parentis is not a crazy term for a parent. It is not something weird and bizarre, but it is Latin for standing in the place of a parent. Now, what does loco parentis mean? What does standing in the place of a parent mean? Well, there's going to be times in people's lives where maybe there's, especially in today's world, where we have children and combined children and stepchildren and half siblings and all kinds of combination. When one parent who is not a biological parent of a child steps in and acts as that person's parent, and not acts as the person's parent like, oh, you better listen to me, but more is part of a family unit, then that person may step in and become, act in place of a parent. So let's get into a little more details on what this means. So in loco parentis, if you have a family that is now living together, combined, where there's biological children of one parent but not the other, it's hard not to develop some kind of relationship. You're living with them. They have school. They've got, hockey or piano or any number of activities. And that person, to whatever degree they do, is going to be involved in that child's life. They might do it more, they might do it less. The biological parent might be in the picture or might not be in the picture at all. What the court's going to look at is to what degree has that person got involved in their life? Are they taking to medical appointments? Are they making decisions about education, about healthcare? Are they helping part of language development? Are they, what stage of life is this child? If they were involved with their life from very early on, like as an infant or 1 or 2 year old, is different than if they step in at the age of 16 or 17. So the court's going to look at, well, is this person standing in place of a parent? Are they a loco parentis, in loco parentis? So, and then what does that mean? From a legal standpoint, that parent who stood in as the child's parent, who's been helping and loving and caring for this child, will have certain rights and obligations. On the right side, it means, on the breakdown of a relationship, even though it's not their biological child, they might have a right to spend time with that child. They might be able to have weekends or evenings or more contact with a child. The courts are going to look at that just as they do with all child-related legal issues. What is in the best interest of the child? Now that's the right side, like their ability to make decisions and see the child. On the obligation side is they might be open to have to pay child support. So even though this wasn't their child, they stood in place of a parent, they were in loco parentis, and now they have to financially pay to be part of it. Now, this is usually between the parents, but sometimes it can be extended family members. You can have a grandparent that's had to step in. Maybe one of the parents have had an addiction issue, or there's been some kind of problem where they're unable to look after their child, and the grandparents have now acted as parents to this child for years and years and years, and maybe someone later wants to take that right away from them so they can't see their grandchildren. Now, when a grandparent has stepped in, or an aunt or somebody else has stepped in to act in loco parentis, that, remember, we have rights and obligations, they might continue to have the right to be able to look after that child. They might have the right to continue to spend time with that child, even if there is maybe that breakdown in relationship between the parent and the child, and now that the parent, the grandparent to the child, is looking to look after or spend more time with their grandchild. So it can be complex, and I guarantee this is always a very heated issue in the family law world. Make sure you talk to the family law lawyer to give them all the information so they can let you know what your legal position is in terms of both rights and financial, like the obligation side, so that you can pursue things and make sure you go forward in the best way that's right for you, but also in the best interest of the child.